We're sitting in the dugout with AJ Swader a little bit before the Trenton Thunder game. Talk to us. We're going through batting practice right now. Went through infield drills. How important is this time getting yourself ready before you guys head out on the field each day?
It's definitely important. I think the biggest thing for professional athletes that I've learned is, one, like the preparation that goes into it, because when you get into the game, it's all about the prep work that you do. Just trusting your swing, trusting your fielding ability. To that, and then beforehand, getting your body loose, getting your body ready to play. I mean, it's a long season that I have figured out. Playing every day is not easy on the body. So it's one of those things where you really have to take pride in the pregame stuff as much as you do in the actual games.
You talked about the length of the season. This season's about, 80 games, which is longer than what you're used to. How do you get your body ready for this? And ultimately, what your goal is to be able to play in a 140, 160 game season.
The biggest thing is, I would say, not living in the training room, but using it to your advantage. The training room, the trainer's definitely there for you. Food, you got to eat good. Can't be eating junk food every day. Rest, you got to get sleep, which is kind of hard to do playing at 7 o'clock every night, because I went to a mid-major. We didn't have any lights, so our latest games we could start at was 3 before the sun would go down. So it's all about like the stuff off the field. Started doing yoga a lot just to keep that mobility there, the flexibility there. Trainers, again, just using that to your ability. Cupping, scraping, stem, foam rolling, yoga, lifting still. I'm big in lifting before games. Get that blood flow moving, getting the body loose, staying explosive.
It seems I'm tired just listening to you. Like,
While you're holding the mic.
yeah, exactly. Just the yoga would be too much for me at this point in my life. But then again, this is a game too. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, you have to do the work because you have goals and you want to get to those goals. But what's it like to come out on a field like this field, which is a pretty historic field? You look around and you look up there and you see Brett Gardner. You know, Aaron Judge was in the same locker room doing the same things you were doing. What's it like to play here?
It's a blessing. I can't be more blessed to play at a field this historical with such big names that have been in the same locker room, same weight room as me, same batter's box, same dugout. It's a blessing. You know, it's something that as a kid, like, you dream about. Like, I used to play MLB The Show all the time, and I'd always get drafted on the road to the show to the Trenton Thunder. And like, it's crazy that now, like, I'm actually playing for the Trenton Thunder. Yeah. Same field, everything.
And now you have a manager who has been there, who, as he told us, he was living inside Albert Pujols' head at one time.
Yeah.
What's it like to have him as a manager, and how important has he been to your latest development?
It's amazing. Having coaches that have been at such a high level is just, it's something that you really have to take advantage of, because they know more than, like, they honestly know more than I might ever know about baseball or about the highest level. And it's just like, it's trying to pick at their brains almost, ask questions, just sit and listen. Because, I mean, they know what they're talking about. They know, like, they've done it before. They were in our shoes a long time ago. And obviously they were at a higher level than we are right now. So it's one of those things where you really just have to trust them, trust where they've been, and trust that they fully have their best intentions for each and every one of us.
All right, I got to ask that. He's got a bat in his hand a lot.
Yeah.
Is he a frustrated hitter?
Shaq.
Yeah. He
looks
looks like he wants to go up there and hit.
He'll take BP in the last group, and he'll slap some singles the other way. He doesn't.
Can he drive one over the wall?
I haven't seen it.
No,
but I'm sure it's in there. I know he had one in his pro ball career, but I'm sure if he really wanted to, he might have it in there. But I think he likes showing us that he can hit the ball the other way. Likes to show off a little bit, show the bat control.
Do you remember the first home run you hit as a kid?
I do, actually.
Yeah.
Not as a kid, but first home run on the big field. Or no, it actually wouldn't have been the big field. I was 12. The only reason I remember it is because my mom got it on video. She recorded it. I hit the ball. It went over the fence. She immediately put the phone down, so I didn't get to see me run around the bases at all. And she started screaming. So I can't listen to it with the sound all the way up because it hurts my ears.
Well, and then you come here, and your first game here, you hit a grand slam.
Yeah.
So talk about that experience.
No, I mean, it's exciting. Like, I remember hitting it, and it was lefty-lefty, which, I mean, you know, always told that hitting against lefties is a lot harder than hitting against righties. But I remember hitting it, and I was like, that ball's hit pretty well. But, you know, it's a big field. I didn't know if it was getting out or not, so I'm spurting out the box. And I see it go over the wall, and, like, I just remember having the biggest smile on my face the whole way around the bases, because, like, that's my first pro ball homer. I remember getting back in the dugout, getting love from all the players, coaches.
Did you get the ball?
I did. Mike, the radio guy, or the announcer guy, he gave me the ball after the game. It's still in my locker. I'm sure I'll take it back home, give it to my grandpa. He's big on milestones like that, achievements like that, so I'm sure he'll be happy to get that ball.
It's not just home runs. You've set records at the plate at different levels and different schools, 21 doubles. Talk to us about driving it in the gap and what it's like when you see that ball rolling all the way to the wall. You can just go.
It honestly feels like nothing. Like, when you find the barrel, it feels like you almost swung and missed. Like, it's like you hit the ball in the gap. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't know where it went. But I'll watch it in the gap, and I'm like, yep, that's double easily. And it's almost like, sorry, pitcher, sorry about it. But I love it. I love hitting doubles, triples. I don't hit a lot of triples, but I do have a couple, and then homers as well. But I love with runners on base, and I hit the ball in the gap, and I just see everybody running around while I'm running. I love it.
Most importantly, how many bunt singles do you have?
This past year I had one.
Yeah.
I was 1 for 1. We were playing EKU at their place. They played the Big Poppy shift on me. So they had third baseman at shortstop. There was a lefty on the mound. I think we were down 2 later in the game, and our coach was like, try it. So I tried it, got it down the line, safe. That was probably one of the more electric moments I've had on the field. Laying down a bunt and running, and it's like, I'm safe. It's like, I don't do that often.
You have no idea how many people we've talked about how much I hate the shift. As a hitter, do you like the shift or not like the shift?
Me personally, I like the shift because I like to go backside. So when I'm playing teams who don't really know me as a hitter, like if they're playing the shift, it's like, all right, I'll just hit a single backside and take my base. Now, sometimes obviously I'll rope a ball in between first and second. Second baseman's right there. It's like, all right, that's when you don't like the shift.
Right up the middle.
Yeah.
But you can tell you're a cerebral player. You have a plan when you go up there, and you were all academic honors while majoring in business analytics. How important is that analytics background towards your baseball background?
So, it's one of those things where like you kind of look and you can see numbers and see like where you're best at. I kind of, I'm not huge into the analytics side, but it's definitely something that I feel like is becoming more used in baseball, just in a sense of like everybody, like our analytics guy here, like he's like, this guy's better with runners in scoring position. This guy's better against lefties. This guy's better hitting 1 through 3 in the lineup. So it's like one of those things you can use to your advantage, and put yourself in the best situation possible. How
do you balance all that information that's coming at you with the instinct to just go up there and do your job?
Yeah, it's one of those things where like that's why like back to what I was saying earlier, like the prep work, that's when it's all about like all the information. Prep work, like right now we're hitting machine. The guy today, he's got a good slider, so we're hitting slider. When we go out into the game, it's one of those things where it's just you just got to compete. That's the biggest thing in this that I've learned, especially at this level, is like is you just have to compete. If you're willing to compete, good things will happen. If you're not willing to compete, this game will eat you alive.
All right, how important is launch angle?
It's definitely important.
Yeah.
Especially for extra base hit guys.
Jeff hates
it. Do you feel like you need to focus on launch angle? Because there's always been this debate, and we will tell you, Pete Alonso told me I was an idiot for saying it, but is it really that important to focus on launch angle versus just making contact and having a swing that goes through the plane as much as possible?
Yeah. I think it really depends on how you focus on it. Because obviously, like if you're in a cage, you don't want to just pop balls straight up into the top net. But in the cage, you want to hit like low liners that like almost hit the top of the net but end up at the back net, because that's what's going to like create the launch, and not like the launch so much just right off the bat like straight up, but the launch where it's like backspun and it's almost rising as it gets out. So I do think it's important for sure, especially for guys who like to hit, who need to hit homers and doubles and extra base hits, but also like your guys like Chandler Simpson, like it's important to him to look at it the other way. Like he doesn't want to put balls in the air, he wants to put balls on the ground and beat it out and then steal second, steal third, and then 90 feet away from scoring. Obviously, if he hits a ball in the gap, like at good launch, like nobody's gonna be mad at it. But I think it's important in different ways to different types of players. How
important is it for a player to know his own strengths and his own weaknesses in order to maximize his game?
I think that's the most important thing, is knowing who you are as a baseball player. Like me and some of the other guys on the team, like we're totally different baseball players, so I have to go about my work different than other players. Contact guys, like guys who need to get on base, they have to do their job to put the ball in play, run fast, get on base. Guys who are supposed to drive in runners, like when you get that opportunity, you have to like put the ball in the gaps, got to put the ball in the air in the outfield. Infield's back, runners on third. You got to be able to just slap a ground ball somewhere, score that run. So I think it's super big knowing who you are as a baseball player and knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses. For instance, if somebody struggles going the other way, don't swing until it's 2 strikes if the pitch is away. If they want to come in and miss middle end, and that's when you got to go on your pitch.
We've been asking about mound visits today because we're having fun with it. Jeff can't figure out what infielders do when they come visit the mound. What are you a guy that talks when you go out there? What do you do on a mound visit?
It depends. Are we making a pitching change, or is pitching coach just coming out to talk to the pitcher?
Pitching coach is just coming out to talk to the pitcher. I'm sure it's a very different conversation and situation.
I kind of just, me personally, I'll walk up there. I kind of just listen to what's going on. I don't say much unless like I have like something that I need to say, but I like to let the pitching coach talk, the pitcher talk. I kind of like, I'll tell the pitcher like, let's go, like you got this, be great. But I kind of stay in my own lane unless like, sometimes like all pitcher needs to hear is just like a little like trust yourself, trust your stuff. Like I'll say that, but I kind of wait until the pitching coach walks back off.
Wait, look who's taking batting practice.
Well, Chacón out there taking batting practice. You knew he was going to get in there.
He's not elevating. His launch angle, not good.
Jeff just trying to get anybody to lay down a bunt for him today. All right,
see, look, there's that oppo.
And what happens
swing
when the pitcher comes out of the game? What's going on the mound?
So that one's a little different because that I'll give him a little pat on the back, no matter how they did, because it's baseball. You got good days, you got bad days, but every day's different. So I'll give him a little pat on the back, and then the infielders kind of walk off the mound when the new guy gets there, and we'll joke around because you can't take this game too serious. Like you can, like obviously it's a serious game, but you take it too serious, it's going to eat you up. Like you got to have fun. That's the biggest thing that I've learned.
Well, that's it. Sometimes you got to get out of your own head. Mm-hmm. So are there times where you go out to the mound and somebody just tells a joke, or is there somebody on your team that just is always the guy who's making the comment?
Oh yeah, there's always somebody. There's always somebody who can ease the tension on the team. Which is, it's probably the most important glue guy that you can have on a team.
So have you ever seen Bull Durham?
I honestly don't think I have.
No. So in Bull Durham, there's a part where they go out to the mound and they're talking about what to buy somebody for his wedding gift.
Yeah.
Is there ever been what's the most bizarre conversation you've ever heard during a mound visit? Funny, weird, something.
I don't even honestly like a lot of coaches that I've had. They'll just walk out there and like be like, "Where y'all want to go eat after this?" Like just something like that, like just to get our mind off of like the big inning that's happening right now. That we're just like letting up runs and making errors and stuff. And the coach will walk out and be like, "Well, where y'all want to go eat after this?" Like just so we're like, like I have no idea. And then we start thinking about it, and then we start playing baseball again.
Is Coach Shaq one of those guys?
Shaq likes to come out there and he likes to talk. He's more of a like, he'll tell the pitcher like, good job, way to compete. And then he'll look at us and he'll just be like, he'll just kind of smile at us. Sometimes he'll yell at the umpire just for fun, just to get us going. But no, that's his way of like getting us to like relax a little bit.
All right, we enjoy asking people about their travel. We heard in a previous interview about hide and seek in the airport. Mm-hmm. What's your craziest travel story, bus ride, something that's fun along the way?
Honestly, this league, for the first time, we played the Scrappers at Mahoning, which is like a 6-hour drive. We started at 7, finished at around 11, didn't get on the bus till like midnight. We're on the way back. We come straight back. And I've never, like for school, I've gotten back late, but like 3 a.m. is maybe the latest. We're 3 hours away at 3 a.m. So like I'm sleeping on the bus. There's people playing poker, like playing Moff.
What's Moff?
It's a game that a lot of baseball teams play. It's called Mafia. You go to the back of the bus. It's like one of those games. It's one of those games where like you put your head down and there's a narrator. Like you got a bunch of roles. The narrator will give out roles. The Mafia will either recruit or kill. And it's like, it's one, I don't even know how to explain it really. It's one of those games you just kind of have to play, or you've heard of and have played.
You just have to get on a 6-hour bus ride.
Yeah,
and then you realize you still have 3 hours left of the bus ride.
And then we're getting back at 6, and I'm like, wow, I just was on a bus at sunrise. And it's like, what is going on? And then we go back to where we were staying. I sleep a little bit, and then we got to play again the next day. So that's probably the craziest bus ride that I've been on personally.
The last one for me. If a young player hears this interview, what's one thing you want him or her to understand about pursuing baseball?
It's a grind. The sooner you learn to fail, the better baseball player you will be. And it's not so much like you have to fail, but like when you fail, you can't take it so serious. Like you go 0 for 4 in a game, so what? You're going to wake up and do it again tomorrow. But that's the biggest thing. Failing is a part of this game, which nobody likes to fail. Anybody who likes to compete hates failing. but it's one of those things that you're gonna do playing this sport, and you're gonna have to learn how to deal with it. The mental side of this game is so rough to try and stay out of your head. You got to treat every day like it's new. Like, my biggest thing is when you're done with the game, good or bad, and you take that shower, you're washing away the game that you just played, whether it's good, bad, average, whatever. Because you're going to have to wake up the next day, and whether you had a good day the day before or a bad day the day before, you're going to have to do it all over again.
Was there a moment in your career at this point where the light bulb went off and that's when you came to that realization?
So I was lucky enough in high school. Our coach had a 5-second rule where if you strike out, whatever, make an error, you get 5 seconds to yourself to do whatever you want. You yell, no slamming. I'm not a big like slam helmet, slam bats, all that stuff. But big on like 5 seconds. You get 5 seconds to yourself to like do whatever you want, say whatever you want, and then once that's over, like, get past it. You can't carry out a bad at bat to the field, and you can't carry out a bad error to your at bat. So it's kind of high school for me, which I mean I still struggle with it today, letting it like go. But I'm definitely better than I used to be. I would say freshman and sophomore year of college was probably the worst for me, just letting stuff go. But junior year, or redshirt junior year, my coach was big on letting us play. Mental mistakes is what he was frustrated with. Physical mistakes, not so much. So it's a big blessing to him for him to like teach me that it's okay to fail, because it's hard to play. It's hard to play with it's hard to play when a coach is so like big on like if you make a mental or a physical error, it's like you're gonna hear about it, which like you should. But just to an extent, you should talk about it, kind of let it go, and then move on. So redshirt junior year was big for me, learning that it's okay to fail almost. Because like you watch an MLB game, I mean, they make errors. They strike out swinging at bad pitches. So like, why do I have to be so mad about it if they don't?
Well, our goal is to someday be playing MLB The Show with our kids, and we get to pick you.
I appreciate it. That's my goal as well.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank y'all.